Well, it feels like it's been forever, but we're back at the mobile home to get some more work done. This is our 1984 investment property. This home actually has 2 master bedrooms. They're both about the same size and same style, so you could really choose either end. Not that that matters. I think this one is slightly smaller though. So looking into the bedroom from the doorway, I think we're going to start on this wall right here. They might be pretty equal no matter what we do. Actually, I decided I'm going to start in this wall right here. We'll fill in that panel and then we can start wrapping around.
Let me get this foam out. Okay. I hope this works.
I guess I gotta take it back up. Okay, the fit looks good. We're gonna mark the studs because we forgot. It'll make it a lot easier to find our nailing locations. Can I go back in now?
Yeah.
Awkward.
Can you go a little bit up? There. It's under.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one's a little tricky. We have a window and an outlet. And I know what you guys say about outlets under windows. Just the way it is. I don't know. I hope it goes well. This one was a tricky one. You can see we have a skinny edge. Can you lift this panel this way? Just like push it that way a little bit. I just want to get this edge. Go lower and push it. Okay.
Whoa.
What?
There's a lot. How much do you need me to go?
A lot. Okay, right, a little less than that. A little less.
Okay.
Hold it right about. Maybe right there. Hold on. I don't know why it's tight.
You're gonna have to
Oh,
take
look
some
it.
off.
The ceiling goes down right here. Because look at the gap right here.
Do you want to just take some off that side then? A little bit?
Yeah, like... It goes back up. It's just low right there. So, quarter
Is
inch.
it hitting that or foam?
No, it's hitting this.
Oh.
So like...
Do you want to mark it?
Yeah. The ceiling's a little crooked, so we're just going to notch the top a little bit at an angle. And this should fit right in. Okay, I don't know what I was looking at. I just did that completely wrong.
What?
I don't know what happened. Okay, messing it up even more. Okay. Let's try it again.
It'll fit under now. Right?
Can you slide that over to the corner?
Needs to go my way a little bit.
Okay. Hold on. I know it's time to leave and we're out of time, but I think I can do one more piece because I think that the cutoff from this can probably fit here.
Just one bay?
Yeah, just this one bay because we're going to need it. Look at 1, 2,
Oh yeah.
3. So let me see if that cutoff is good. Let me get my tape measure. All right, hopefully I did this right. Looks good, right?
Yeah.
Well guys, we didn't have much time to work today, but I'm super happy that we got this much done. We have an awesome head start on the bedroom, wrapping around into this little nook area. Let me explain something before we leave, because every time I show a receptacle under a window, you guys say, you shouldn't have it under the window. Because a lot of people are afraid of the water, the window, leaking and shocking. I don't think that's a real issue in real life, especially here in the USA where we use 120 volt circuits in our house. But typically you don't want water pouring into your house, and even if it gets in there, it's not going to be a big deal. Especially with the new breakers. We have all kinds of arc fault and ground fault protection throughout the house, so it's pretty safe. But let me show you the reason why I chose to put it under the window instead of aside the window. So in our country, code dictates that outlets have to be at least 6 feet from any door or break in the wall. So where a wall starts, like right here we have a starting wall, an outlet has to be within 6 feet of it. So I had a couple options of, I could put the outlet over here, closer to the door, and get it out from under the window. But then I thought an outlet behind a door, because that's where the door swings, is kind of impractical. I wouldn't want to plug anything in behind a door. So I want to pull it this way, but then I can't get it past the window. I'd be beyond my 6 feet. So I decided to put it under the window because it's accessible. It's not going to be blocked by furniture. If you need to plug in something, a vacuum or whatever, it's a battery charger, whatever, it's there. I couldn't go any further this way, and if I went further that way, you're just getting closer to the door, and it's a bad spot for an outlet. So that's why. And then since this outlet is right under this window, I decided to go symmetrically across the room and install an outlet down here under the window. And it's directly in line with it. So the whole room is totally symmetrical, and that's why it's under there. It all has to do with that 6 foot spacing from the door. And since we're talking about that 6 foot rule, a lot of people get this wrong. We see this very often on people's videos when they're doing electrical work. People always say, you're supposed to have an outlet every 6 feet, and that is wrong. That is incorrect. You can have outlets up to 12 feet apart, and most people don't know that because they get confused about a certain rule. The rule is that you have to be within 6 feet of an outlet at any space along your wall. So starting from your door, you have an outlet within 6 feet, so you're within 6 feet of it. And now traveling this way, you have to be always within 6 feet of an outlet. So we go around the room, and you can see there's one here. These outlets are clearly pretty close together, but then over here we have this long span and another outlet way over here. And that's allowed because anywhere on this wall, if I go 6 feet this way, I'm still within that one, and when I get close enough, I start getting 6 feet from this one. Does that make sense? So
yeah, from any given point on the wall, you have to have an outlet within 6 feet of it.
So if you had a span of 12 feet between your outlets, if you were right in the center of that span, you would still be 6 feet from that outlet and 6 feet from that outlet. If you go any further than that, it breaks that rule. So you have to just be within 6 feet along the wall. So your outlets can be up to 12 feet apart. And then, you know, you'll notice that typically lamp cords, appliance cords, not appliances, kitchen appliances, but like regular stuff, is usually around 6 feet, and they make the cords so that no matter where you put it, you can usually reach an outlet.
So it's not 6 feet apart, it's 6 feet from any given point on the wall. You
Right.
have to be within an outlet.
Right. And that only applies to like bedrooms and living spaces. There's different rules for hallways, bathrooms, kitchens, etc. It goes along, it can wrap corners, so you don't have to count from the corner. That measurement wraps corners and always along the wall, and height doesn't really matter. There's no set rule on height. You can have your outlets up here, you can have them down here, doesn't matter.
You can even have them in the floor.
Yeah, if you have an outlet in your floor, it counts as one of your outlets as long as it's within 18 inches of the wall. It has to be, if it's beyond that, it doesn't count. But yeah, that's the rule. That's why we laid it out this way. It puts the outlets pretty even too. We have an outlet here, an outlet in the center, another outlet over there. Everything's balanced. And again, I'm not worried about the windows. Originally, in its original form from the factory, there was an outlet directly under that window.
It was all rotted out.
Yeah, it was that way for 40 years. It was rotted out because the window AC and everything was just dumping water into the wall. But they lived with water dumping into the electrical outlet, and everybody was fine. So,
Good point.
well, guys, we made it back home, and with enough time for Evie to do a total yard cleanup. Look how clean it is. Mowed, weed whacked, right?
Yep.
It's looking fresh. Look at this property. Believe it or not, I mean, think about what this property looked like really not long ago, and we didn't plant any grass seed. You know, we brought in like 20 trucks full of dirt, and all this is natural growth, just from the fill and weed seeds and grass seeds, just
It's mostly
natural.
grass.
Yeah.
I think it's centipede grass.
Now we are trying to do a property cleanup. We've been working a lot, making big progress, cleaning up our property.
Huge progress.
Even though we try to keep it clean, you guys know we have a lot of stuff, but we've been whittling it down. We're getting stuff sorted out, cleaning out our trailers. We're ready for a clean out. We do this periodically where we will live, you know, we're just going through life, working, doing stuff, accumulating things. We always hit a point where we're just working and living, and then we say, whoa, we have too much junk.
Yeah.
You know, and then we need a clean out, we need a refresh. We're not getting rid of everything, but I'm just saying we are trying to make an active effort to reevaluate and get things.
Well, a lot of times we get in like a workflow where we're working on the mobile home, the house, and then like there's no time to like clean and purge.
Right.
So then we have to like step back and say, okay, let's take a few days and clean.
While we're doing that, we're not really doing much work on the house. I'm just going to focus on other things right now. Getting the mobile home done. We're going to be back over there soon to finish up that bedroom. If we can get the walls up, you guys know we can roll right into trim and floor because we have the floor and the trim work. It's not too bad. We can have another room done like
Very soon.
September.
Yeah.
This month that we're running into here, I think it'll be done.
Definitely.
And that means I have to start really thinking about paint colors because the end bedroom was supposed to be my choice of paint color. I have to find something that's going to look good in there, and I've been pretty undecisive about it. So I'm not really sure. I'm going to start looking at colors again and hopefully not making any more mistakes. When we painted our house, the aged wine, that was my choice. We changed it. When we did this building, again, aged wine, it's paint we had to repaint that. These are Evie's choices. You picked
Yep.
both of these new colors.
First I picked the Adobe Glow, and then the Cadet Gray was a complementary color of that. So I basically picked both.
And it looks so much better.
Every
So-
time I look at it, I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
But I
love it.
think we're learning about colors more and more and getting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say we're getting better at picking colors because we're always going to pick colors that you guys are going to say, "Wow, why are you doing that?" But I think we're getting better at knowing what works for us because very often we pick colors that after we use them, even though we thought we liked them, we go, "That's not what I expected."
Yeah, like you look at these cards and you say, yes, that's exactly the color I want. And then you actually put it on the walls and it's like, okay, that's not what I wanted. Like it comes out different than you thought it would. Like you have to go way duller than you think you should to get the color you want.
Yeah, and we're trying to learn that system of getting the color you don't want because it comes out like you want.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully I'll get there. But that's all we're going to do today. So thanks for watching. And until next time, take care.
Bye.